So yeah, I was trying to think of something that I could share that I use as a tool. This isn't really something that's going to save you energy, but it might help you. Well, I shouldn't say that. It will help you save energy because it'll help you prioritize or visualize what you're looking at. It'll hopefully help. Or I use it anyway to help coordinate data from different data sets. So what it's called is I use QuickView, but what I'm talking about is basically an analytics tool. I'm sure lots of people probably on this call have used them before. I've used QuickView. I've downloaded Microsoft Power BI. I've used Access before, which is even more of a kind of I guess a pared down version of these. But basically, I guess what I'm going to talk about is QuickView. If you want to try it out, you can download it for free. I think you have to create an account, just your name, last name, business, email. You'll have to kind of email back and forth to get the downloaded desktop version, which I did because you can't seem to get it anywhere on their website. They have to send you a link. But if anyone has any problems with that, just let me know. There's training tutorials available for using it. And it's, as I'll go through this, it's useful for combining large data sets from multiple file locations in different formats. So like Excel, if you're going to a website, you can download the data right from there. Like I said, it's useful for energy planning. If you have multiple facilities or different processes that you're trying to track. This is just a screen showing that there's videos on YouTube that you can download. But basically, the point I want to make is this is just kind of a screenshot of how you download your data from different data sets. And you don't need to really know the details of this, but basically it pulls it in. You grab different spreadsheets. You can have as many as you want. You pull them together and you create relationships between them. So then you end up with something like this, which I'm not sure you'd be able to see it, but I'll do a live demo shortly to just kind of show you. But for example, I have like a project master list. I don't know if you can see my cursor.
Yeah, but we can see it.
Okay. For example, you might have a project list that has planned projects or deferred maintenance, and then you may have like an energy list. So I have two lists, and then I have like details of the facility, like what the address is. And then this builds relationships and links everything together so that ultimately I can see what projects are lining up with which deferred maintenance projects.
There's a question here. Can you link this into SQL servers?
Yes. Yep. Great. Yeah, cool. You can pull it from SQL. I don't actually know how to do that, but we did do that at when I was at Fanshawe. We had all our data in SQL server, and we just pulled it directly from there and also from other data sources. So this is just another screenshot showing like on the screen how you can build tables, pivot tables, any different sort of table that you can think of, and then different graphs of your project. You can do it by cost, energy, and then you can also, as I mentioned, you can pull it in from a web page. So I just did that before this meeting. I just went to the OEB and just pulled in their historical gas rates, and that was just a live update. And whenever you refresh it, it'll just go to that site and pull it. You can do the same thing in Microsoft Power BI, I think. And there's other platforms out there, yeah. So essentially, the benefit is you can pull from different data sources, Excel, web, SQL, different related multiple sources. So like you can link them all together, like I just showed. You can access data without impacting the original source. So sometimes you have a big data set and you don't want to open up the Excel file. You can just go link to it and just pull it in and create your own data set. And like I said, it's great for visual cues to help you identify, what different initiatives are lining up. You can sort by measure type, building location, by year, or any other metric you can think of that you want to add in there. And then you can, once you combine everything, you can archive it or export it to an Excel. So you have one flat file with everything in it. So what I'll do is I'll just open up. So this is actually the file here. So essentially you pull all your data in from these different data sets. So like you go to the location Excel file, You can tell it which fields you want to bring in. You can change the fields. You can do different things to the data. And once that's in there, you can see what the relationships are between the different fields. So I know that this address links to the address on this list, and then this connects to this one, and so on and so forth all the way through. So I can link. But if I want to look at, so for example, if I want to look at energy, I can see that there's 70 energy related initiatives. I can click on that. Then I can click on emergency lighting or BAS. It'll tell me the city, or if I want to pick a town, I can see what all.
So you can sort it all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, you can sort it all different ways in table format. You can do the same thing, in a graph form. You can just drag and slide and pick. So it's really handy for visualizing different projects. And
like if you had, if you had the data from Alan's dashboard, if you had all the data from Mary's submetering, and then the data from Chris's temperature sensors, like all of that could come together, right?
Right.
I mean, not that would necessarily be useful because they're all different places, but let's say on at Brock, if Mary had Chris's temperature sensors and her submeters and a list of projects, all of these things could come together, right?
Right. Yeah. In the past, I've pulled data from our BAS system, which was like minute, data every minute. It's a huge data set, like for 50 different air handling units. To do that in Excel is just so cumbersome. I just pulled all that into one thing. And when you pull it in, you can clean it up. You can tell it to average it by hour. So you really just point in an hourly data, and then your file is a lot smaller. So you can grab data from all different data sets and bring them in. It is. You do have to have caution that your relationships make sense. Like you want to go from one to many or many to one. You don't want to go many to many. You get kind of weird things going on. But if you're interested in, you can follow the tutorials. There's, YouTube videos, and you can purchase. I guess I should add, this is free. So I can manipulate the data, save it, but I can't open up anyone else's file. So you have to actually purchase a license to be able to share data files.